This is the luxury world. Get inspired with us today and tomorrow. In 2025, acquiring a Rolex directly from an authorized dealer has become more difficult than at any point in the brand's history. Despite Rolex increasing production and expanding global distribution, demand continues to far outpace supply. For collectors, first-time buyers, and seasoned investors alike, the path to owning a Rolex from an official retailer is now riddled with waitlists, uncertainty, and opaque selection processes. Even in cities where luxury retail is part of everyday life, many consumers find themselves waiting months or even years for an allocation, if they're offered one at all. As Rolex tightens its distribution model and enforces stricter policies on flipping and gray market activity, it has simultaneously placed greater responsibility on authorized dealers to vet and prioritize clients. While this makes it increasingly difficult to secure a watch through conventional means, it doesn't mean all hope is lost. Several proven strategies have allowed discerning buyers to not only build trust with authorized dealers, but also receive Rolex allocations that others often deem unattainable. By understanding the nuances of how authorized dealers operate, aligning with their priorities, and approaching the relationship with long-term value in mind, the odds of success can dramatically improve. In this video brought to you by the Luxury World, we will be sharing with you the 3 key strategies, along with a bonus tip, that have consistently helped individuals navigate the complexities of Rolex's allocation process and potentially reduce their wait time by months or even years. For those who have not yet subscribed to our channel, doing so will ensure access to upcoming insights and content that can further refine their watch investment strategies. Strategy 1. Never walk in just to ask for a Rolex. The fastest way to be added to a lengthy, indefinite waiting list, or worse, be quietly dismissed, is by entering a boutique and immediately requesting a high-demand model like a Daytona, Submariner, or GMT Master 2. Contrary to common assumptions, Rolex dealers aren't simply prioritizing those with the most money or the loudest demands. Instead, they prefer to allocate watches to individuals they trust, appreciate, and genuinely connect with. Authorized dealers are not only selling a product, they are also building relationships. As such, buyers who invest time in having meaningful conversations, learning about the staff, and demonstrating genuine passion for horology are far more likely to be remembered when new inventory arrives. For example, one aspiring collector training for the Dubai Marathon engaged with boutique staff about the symbolism of achieving a personal goal. That interaction led to being offered a sporty Oyster Perpetual, an ideal match for someone living an active lifestyle. Another individual who had just received a professional promotion was offered a classic Datejust to commemorate the achievement after sharing his milestone with a sales associate. The key is to shift the conversation from transactional to relational. Ask questions about the staff's favorite watches, personal preferences, or even hobbies outside of work. In one notable case, a client bonded with an AD over a shared love of golf. Several weeks later, that same client received an unexpected offer for a GMT Master 2, one of the most desirable sports models in the collection. This approach signals seriousness, maturity, and appreciation for the Rolex experience. It separates sincere collectors from opportunistic flippers, which is exactly what Rolex dealers are trained to identify. The goal is to become the kind of client that a sales associate remembers not just for interest in a watch, but for being an engaged and pleasant part of their day. Strategy 2. Avoid the Rolex blacklist at all costs. While the term blacklist may sound dramatic, it is very real in the world of Rolex distribution. Authorized dealers share insights about clients who exhibit red flag behaviors. Individuals who attempt to manipulate the system, aggressively pressure staff, or flip watches on the secondary market shortly after purchase are often flagged internally across multiple locations. Once this happens, access to any future Rolex allocations, especially the most desirable models, becomes virtually impossible. One of the most effective ways to avoid this fate is to demonstrate brand loyalty not only toward Rolex but also toward the store as a whole. ADs typically carry other luxury watch brands such as Omega, Tudor, or Cartier, as well as fine jewelry. By purchasing items outside of Rolex, a client supports the broader revenue goals of the boutique. This makes it more likely for sales staff and managers to advocate on the client's behalf when new Rolex inventory becomes available. In one instance, a buyer acquired an Omega Speedmaster along with a piece of diamond jewelry from an AD in Abu Dhabi. These purchases, though relatively modest, helped that client stand out as a loyal customer. A few months later, the same individual was offered a stainless steel Daytona, worth nearly 5 times the combined value of their prior purchases. This isn't about spending the most money. It's about supporting the boutique in a way that demonstrates long-term interest and trustworthiness. Flipping behavior is now more closely monitored than ever. Dealers routinely check watch reselling platforms and gray market listings. If a watch appears online too soon after retail purchase, the dealer responsible for the original sale may be questioned by Rolex headquarters. To avoid risking their partnership with the brand, ADs have grown extremely cautious and selective. Buyers must be equally thoughtful in protecting their reputation within the community. Strategy 3. Be open-minded and flexible. Rigid preferences are often the downfall of impatient collectors. Those who fixate on a single model, whether it be the green Submariner Hulk, the ceramic Daytona, or a meteorite dialed 88, often wait far longer than those who are flexible in their approach. Rolex boutiques rarely receive stock according to client preferences. Instead, shipments are based on regional demand, market allocation, and Rolex's supply chain timelines. That means even the most prestigious boutiques often have no idea what will arrive until a box is opened. For this reason, clients who are willing to consider adjacent options tend to build deeper rapport with staff and are first in line when unexpected stock appears. There are several documented cases where a client initially sought a Submariner but accepted a Yachtmaster instead. That act of compromise demonstrated commitment and loyalty, key traits that Rolex dealers value. Months later, that same client received a call for their original preference. Similarly, another buyer expressed interest in a GMT Master 2 but agreed to purchase an Explorer in the meantime. The Explorer, though less hyped, still met their need for a daily wear sports model. Because of this flexibility, the dealer later offered a hard-to-get root beer GMT. While most buyers assume the only watches available from an authorized dealer are those listed in official shipments from Rolex, there is a lesser-known avenue that savvy collectors can explore, often referred to as the secondary channel. This refers to watches that become available through returns, trade-ins, transfers between boutiques, or timepieces initially held for VIPs who later decline the offer. These watches aren't typically advertised or shown in displays. Instead, they are allocated discreetly to individuals who have earned trust and maintain regular contact with boutique staff. One collector who maintained a consistent relationship with a boutique in Dubai received a surprise offer for a white gold day date that had been returned by another client who changed their mind. Because of prior interactions, polite follow-ups, and prior purchases, that collector was next in line for a watch most believed to be unattainable. These ghost allocations rarely appear in the public inventory. They are managed internally and shared only with clients deemed reliable and respectful. This underscores the importance of being friendly, consistent, and visible. It isn't about checking in every week, but it does help to maintain a warm, professional relationship with the staff and to be top of mind when opportunities arise. The Rolex experience in 2025 is no longer just about making a purchase, it's about demonstrating values aligned with the brand itself: patience, integrity, and appreciation for craftsmanship. Authorized dealers are not simply looking to sell a watch, they are seeking to curate relationships with clients who respect the process and bring more than just money to the table. Securing a Rolex from an AD in today's climate requires a combination of emotional intelligence, strategic thinking, and relationship building. Whether through meaningful conversations, smart supplementary purchases, or a flexible mindset, the rewards often come not from pushing harder, but from engaging smarter. What are your thoughts on the Rolex topic we shared in this video? We would appreciate it if you let us know by leaving a comment and giving it a thumbs up. Do not forget to follow our channel for more content. Once again, this is the luxury world, and we look forward to having you join us in our upcoming videos.